Hello everyone out there in Rumble, YouTube, and X-Land. Welcome back to Diego Knows. I am, of course, Diego. And we're going to finish talking about Barbie today. Thank God, man. I can't deal with Barbie no more, man. I had to take a few days break, you know, Columbus Day and all that. But back to finish the goddamn movie. This is the last video on Barbie. It's the last thing I'm going to say about Barbie, okay? I'm done. I've gone way too over on this fucking thing. Here I am trying to overthink a movie that was written by a fucking 3-year-old. Okay, here I am trying to find the subtext and point out all the inconsistencies and the hypocritical statements, okay, and ironic statements, and you know, trying to figure out what's the meaning behind the meaning here. What are they really trying? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. When I think they're going one way with it, all of a sudden they hit me with something that goes the other way. I don't even think the fucking movie knows what it wants to say. Honestly, I don't. I don't think it does. I think this movie made a lot of money because it looked really good. My hands off to the movie. Looked fucking incredible. Okay, it's one of the best looking movies I've seen all year. Maybe in the last decade. I mean, the movie looks really fucking good. I mean, the Barbie Land looks like Barbie Land. I mean, it really does. You know, I mean, the costumes, you know, that they're wearing, the brightness of the colors and all that looks really incredible, top notch. Absolutely. You know, I think the tone, the lighting and all that stuff, I mean, it draws you in. If you're in a toy world, these are human beings that are playing toys. And there was a lot of attention to detail, the hairstyles. Like I said, did you notice how the Kens, all their bodies are hairless? Okay, except for the top of their head. And did you also notice that they had this gleam to their skin? Like if you look at fucking Ken's like chest, you know, when it's sticking out of the shirt, you know, okay, and his abs, it looks like he's made of plastic. It looks like he's smooth, shiny plastic. Okay, I mean, that's attention to detail. They didn't have to do that, but they did. They did do that. Okay, so the movie's paying attention. Okay, they got Barbie's hairstyle correct. You know, they got all that stuff. It's just top notch. The movie looks really good. Okay, so as far as that goes, they did a really good job. Okay, so I mean, top notch as far as the cinematography goes. I mean, Barbie Land looks like Barbie Land. It really does look like an incredible place, like the place you want to visit, you know? If you're a little girl or if you're gay. I don't want to go there. But, you know, I mean, it does look, you know, like a fantasy land. But something you've never seen before, but you have seen it before. You know? It's weird in that sense. I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, as far as, I mean, the movie looks good. I mean, if you're a little kid, what more do you fucking need? You already know who Barbie is. You already like Barbie if you're a little girl. You already like Barbie. You already know what Barbie is. Your mom knows what Barbie is. Your grandma knows what Barbie is. Here's a movie, a 2-hour movie starring, you know, one of the biggest stars in the world. You know, 2 of the biggest stars in the world. You got the #1 fucking chick flick actor in the world, fucking Ryan Gosling. Yes, chick flick actor, because guys don't go to see his movies. Okay, no guy I know fucking is like, oh my God, Ryan Gosling's gonna be a movie. No, none of us are like that. Okay, he built his career on chick flicks. Okay, what happens when he tries to do a guy movie? You know what happens? It's called fucking Blade Runner, and nobody went to go fucking see that movie. All right, nobody. Okay, but you give him a fucking La La Land, and he's over here winning Academy Awards. Okay, you give him a fucking Notebook, and boom, he's the next hottest thing in the world. You see what I'm talking about? So yeah. So Ryan Gosling's most definitely a fucking chick flick actor. Guys don't fucking respect him. Oh, they want to fuck Eva Mendes, his wife. Oh yeah, they definitely want to do that. You know, they want his life. Okay, we definitely want his life. We wish we had his money, his fame. We wish we had fucking girls that would just fucking, you know, fall apart the first time they see us, you know, that would do anything just for us to put the tip in. Oh yeah, we want that. We want that. But we don't necessarily want to be Ryan Gosling. We want all the things that he has. We don't want to be him. Okay, see, that's the difference. Okay, we want to be Jason Statham. Okay, we don't want to be Ryan Gosling. Okay, you women want Ryan Gosling. Okay, men don't want Ryan Gosling. Okay, we don't want to fucking act like him or look like him. We don't want to be associated with this shit. How the fuck could we ever look anyone in the eye after starring in a movie like this? Okay, how can if I take Ken, there's no Mexican Kens, but if there had been one and they picked me, okay, how the fuck could I even look at my family again, having acted the way I acted in this movie, okay? I mean, what the fuck, man? Oh my God. You know, first of all, nobody would offer me a role in an action movie again, which makes sense. I mean, nobody offers Ryan Gosling a role in an action movie either. I mean, the fucker started off in the fucking Disney Channel. He was one of those kids shows, you know? like Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake. Yeah, he started off on that shit. Okay, and then he was a fucking, what the fuck was he? He was a Beastmaster, the teenage Beastmaster. Oh my God, spin-off of a fucking obscure fucking TV show from a fucking obscure movie in the early 80s. I mean, yeah, I mean, his starting career wasn't that great. I mean, but he did have a start, you know. It took him a long time. He'd been acting his whole life before he hit fucking top-notch A-level status with The Notebook. He'd already done all, he already paid his dues. I'm not saying he didn't, but what I am saying is that guys don't, he's marketed on what women want, what Hollywood's telling women, hey, you need to want this guy. Okay, he's handsome, he's emotional, he takes his shirt off all the time, you know, that's what women want, all right? Okay, so yeah, Ryan Gosling. Okay, that's who he is. Okay, but guys don't want fucking Ryan. We don't want to fucking be Ryan Gosling. We want the stuff that Ryan Gosling has, but we don't want to be Ryan Gosling. Okay, you see what I mean? And I've done musical theater, okay? And I don't want to be Ryan Gosling either. No, fuck no. Okay, but anyway, but he's in the fucking movie. He's Ken, all right? So, yeah, so once again, like I was saying, okay, I'm not really sure what this movie wants to do as far as what direction it wants you to go, as far as the way you want it to think, how you should think. You should be pro-feminist and misandrist, whatever the fuck, you know, it confuses me sometimes, all right? Now, before I continue, let me go ahead and give you this information real quick here, okay? This is my fucking information here. The top one, Diego Knows, @KnowsDiego. Okay, that is my... that is my Twitter handle, okay? The top one is my Twitter, well, X now, okay? But Diego Knows, @KnowsDiego, that's my X handle. All the videos that I post here on YouTube, I also send them to X. Okay, the second one there, this one down here, this is Diego De La Vega Knows, and that's my Rumble handle, okay? So everything that I put here, I put it on Rumble, okay? So that's where you can find me on Rumble, Diego De La Vega Knows. Okay, and for some reason, someone stole Diego Knows for some reason already. Someone already had it. So Diego De La Vega Knows, that's my Rumble. Okay, because everything I put here, I posted on Rumble too. Because eventually, you know, YouTube's just going to get rid of it. If you're not a fucking registered Democrat, YouTube's going to get rid of you. Okay, they're going to get rid of everybody. They're going to censor everybody. They're not going to say they get rid of you for that. They'll fucking say, oh, it's hate speech, you know. So if you fart, like in a video, they're going to call it hate speech and fucking demonetize you and ban you and all that kind of shit, all right? So, yeah, so I already know that's coming. Okay, now, I'm a small fry. I know they don't care about me, okay? But, you know, everyone starts somewhere, and the big YouTube channels, you know, they have to toe the line. Once they get big enough, they got to start spouting the message, okay, that they want you to hear. Otherwise, you know, they're going to shut you down. That's how YouTube is. It's corrupt. I mean, who owns YouTube? It's Google, okay? And where's Google? San Francisco. Silicon Valley, okay? Okay. Do I need to say anything more about San Francisco, California? What do you think their politics are over there? Yeah, okay, there's only one politic over there, all right? Exactly. Ain't that right, Nancy Pelosi? Yeah. All right, I'm Diego. I give you a straight man's point of view. If you're easily offended, get the fuck out right now. I'm not going to censor myself, okay? I try to spread truth here on my channel. That's what I try to do, okay? So I'm going to tell you the shit that no one else is going to tell you, okay? I'm going to review your fucking chick flicks and your chick shows, the ones that I can stand anyway. I'm going to tell you, honestly, God, what I fucking think about them, all right? Whether you like it or not. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. There ain't no fucking lube here. There's no lube. Don't even look for it. Straight up, baby. All right, so here we go. Let's finish up Barbie here. Now, where we left off last time, okay, the Barbies retook Barbie Land. Well, they had a vote on it. Okay, so what they did is they distracted all the Kens. They got the Kens to fight each other by trading off, okay? So every Barbie hooked up with a Ken, pretended to be into their song, the only song they know how to play, which is Push by Matchbox 20. And then in the middle of that, the Barbies switched over to go sit with a different Ken. That made the initial Ken jealous that a Barbie left him to go be with another Ken. Okay, now all the Barbies did that, which means that now every Ken has a new Barbie in front of him that he can sing the song to, but the movie leaves that part out. It doesn't even show that part. It shows all the Barbies going to sit down with other Kens, but then it immediately shows all the Kens sitting by themselves, all lonely and sad and depressed. So they get upset. So instead of blaming the Barbies for doing that, yeah, it's fucking toy logic here, okay? Instead of blaming the Barbies for doing that, they decide to blame each other, and they go to war with the Kens, okay? So our Ken, Ryan Gosling Ken, goes to war with Asian Ken, Similiu Ken. Okay, and by war I mean they fucking they dance with each other, they tickle each other, they play with each other's nuts, they kiss each other on the ears and on the cheeks and shit like that. You know, they suck each other's cocks. You know, that kind of thing. And every once in a while, you know, they'll fuck each other in the ass. Okay, but that's what they do. Okay, that's called war. And then they do this dance number, you know, where they're wearing capris, yeah, and no socks. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. And then it turns into this big fucking gay fest. If you want to see the full unextended cut of this sequence, okay, you need to watch gay porn. Okay, it's basically the same plot as every fucking gay porn orgy you've ever seen. All right. Anyway, so that all happens, and then they realize on their way back from after, you know, they got cum all over themselves and, you know, shit all over themselves because none of them use a condom. They come back to Barbie Land. All the Barbies have taken over. So during this dance sequence, the Barbies went to Supreme Court and they voted to retake Barbie Land back to the Barbies. You know, and now they just have to enforce it. Okay, so Michelle Obama Barbie, she is the president of Barbie Land. Okay, she's not wearing her fucking dress anymore with the sash, like a Miss America sash. She's not dressed like that anymore. Now she's wearing fucking pants and a jacket, okay? Because she got a cock now. And she tells, well, I think Michelle Obama has a cock in real life too, honestly. Okay, but anyway, so she calls the Kens to come back a motherfucker. Yeah, she says that in the movie. And then she says that we've retaken Barbie Land. It's not yours anymore. Okay, it's ours again. And And so what do the Kens do? They all band together like, what? The Barbies revolted against us? You know? And then what happens when you get all these men get together? They, Ken, the leader, Ryan Gosling Ken, just decides to fucking start crying and give up. You don't look at me. That's what he does. He runs into fucking the Barbie house. His Ken's dojo, mojo, casa. So he immediately runs to the bed and starts fucking crying in his fucking mink coat, his shirtless mink coat and shit, right? His bandana. So stereotypical Barbie, Margot Robbie Barbie, the main character of this movie. She follows him up there and comforts him while he cries his ass off. You know, she changes his diaper and shit, you know, uses the Vaseline and the baby powder and all that kind of shit. Then she lets him suck on her titty a little bit, you know. Then she reads him a bedtime story and he starts laughing. Okay, so all that's going on. Then she tries to boost his self-esteem. You know, she tells him that, hey, you know, you're just Ken. You're not part of me. Okay, Ken was never created to be my love interest. Okay, I'm a lesbian. I mean, I love myself, and that's all I need to love. Okay, you're Ken. You need to love yourself. Okay, you know, it's not Barbie and Ken. Okay, it's Barbie and Ken. Okay, two separate people, two separate toys, the Barbie and the Ken. That's what it really is. Okay, you know, because we all know that fucking boys love to fucking play with Ken dolls, don't we? I know I did. No, we fucking don't. When we play with boy dolls, it's called G.I. fucking Joe. It's not called fucking Ken. Okay? Not one fucking little boy that I grew up with ever fucking played with a goddamn Ken doll. You know why? Because it wasn't made for little boys. It was made for fucking girls. So that girls could live out their experiences pretending to be adults. Okay? Sometimes girls, you know, that's what Barbie is. She's a doll that represents the little girl when she becomes a woman. So she's pretending to be a woman through this doll, and she sees that adult women, like their moms and stuff, have boyfriends, they have husbands. So she needs a doll to represent an adult man, so that Barbie can hang out with him and kiss him, and they can tell each other and go on dates together and shit. Okay, that's what Ken was created. He was created to be a love interest for Barbie, because little girls wanted a doll, a boy doll, so that Barbie could go out with. Okay, it makes fucking sense, but not in this movie. No, that's not it at all. It's the Ken and the Barbie. So Ken's, I guess he's supposed to fucking jerk off to gay porn, and Barbie has absolutely no arousal at all. Okay, she has absolutely no libido. She doesn't get turned on by anything. I mean, she gets turned on by hanging out with her girlfriends. It's girls' night every night. You know, listening to girls just want to have fun and shit. You know. But she doesn't get aroused by anything. Okay, there's no man that turns her on. Okay, she has no feelings for men at all. Hence, she's lesbian. She's a lesbian. Okay, or she's fucking asexual, whatever the fuck they call it. You know, when you have no sex drive. Okay, so that's going on here. All right. So Ken decides that he's a fucking piece of shit. Okay, well, the movie already told us that. All right. And then the CEO, Will Ferrell, shows up, okay, and blah, 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 acting like a fucking pussy that he is. He wants everybody to call him mother. Why? Because he's a fucking pussy. All right, he's supposed to be from the real world. All right, he's the CEO of Mattel, okay? All the board of directors are there with him. They followed him into the real world, and they're all men. They're all stupid-ass fucking bitch men, beta males. They don't know, they can't fucking do a goddamn thing, all right? Because that represents what real men are like, all right? So Gloria's there. Gloria is the human main character, okay? Yes, America Ferrera plays her, okay? Ugly Gloria, she's from the TV show Ugly Betty. Yeah, it's the same girl, all right? Well, she stops the CEO, because she's the secretary for the CEO. And she says, yeah, I need to talk to you. Okay, Gloria tells the CEO that she has an idea for an ordinary Barbie. Okay, and she's like, she's not extraordinary. She's not president of anything. Or maybe she is. Maybe she's a mom. Or maybe she's not. Maybe it's okay to just want to be a mom. Or a mom president. Or a mom president who's not a mom. She just wants to get through the day kind of feeling good about herself. And the CEO says, like, that's a terrible idea. And then the accountant, board of director of accounting, back there goes like, sorry, that's going to make a lot of money. He's like, that's a brilliant idea. Excellent. Okay. Now, this is supposed to tell you that fucking all the CEO really gives a shit about his money. He doesn't really give a fuck about whether it's quality of his product or whether people like it or not, you know, or what the reputation of the product is. All he gives a shit about is money. That's what he's trying to fucking tell you here. Okay? Now, that's not the part that pisses me off. It's just another way to show how fucking stupid Will Ferrell's character is, the CEO of Mattel. Okay? But what really pisses me off here is fucking Gloria already went on her fucking rant about how women have it so fucking hard and men have it so fucking good and it's not fucking fair. And now she's saying like, hey, you know, I got an idea. How about we just make a doll where you can like fucking change her clothes and she can be president or she can not be president. She can be a mom or she can not be a mom or she can be a mom who's a president, who's not a president, but it isn't a mom either. Or she, you know what, you know, you can change her clothes and you know, and she can just be an ordinary person or she can be a fucking scuba diver or she can be a, you know, whatever, you know, and we'll just buy clothes and put it on her. Okay. You know, okay. You know what that's called? It's called a fucking Barbie doll. It already fucking exists. That's exactly what Barbie is. So how the fuck are they treating it like this is a fucking, this is your fucking toy. You don't even know what your fucking toy is? That is what Barbie is. It already fucking exists, Gloria. You created the, I think about death, I have cellulite, and I'm depressed Barbie. Okay? It already fucking exists. How's this a fucking idea? But the movie doesn't point that out. All right, so Will Ferrell, the CEO, said, okay, now let's close the portal so that nobody from the real world comes into Barbie Land and vice versa, all right? And Sasha, that's Gloria's daughter, her fucking Antifa daughter, even though she's like 12 or 13, she acts like she knows everything. Great, you know, disrespects her mom, all that kind of shit, right? You know, why? Because she's a fucking lesbo. All right, and Sasha says, like, what about Barbie? What does she get? You know? Well, you dumbass bitch, she got her world back. How about that? She got Barbie Land back, and she did it without a fight. Because guess what? The Kens can't fight. They're all a bunch of pussies. They can't fight. They can't hold on. They can't hold on to their authority. They have no vigilance to protect their own fucking dominion from being taken over by the women. So yeah, you know, so she got her kingdom back, all right? Her Barbie Land back, all right? But, of course, this goes over the head of everybody watching the movie. So Sasha says, like, what's her ending? And the CEO says, like, oh, well, she's in love with Ken. That's her ending. And Sasha says, that is not her ending. Okay, that's nobody's ending, okay? It's a part of life, okay? Usually people meet other people, they fall in love, whatever, they have relationships, they fall in love more than once. You know, they get married more than once. They have kids more than once, okay? So yeah, you know, the life keeps moving, okay? Life keeps moving, okay? But we're talking about Barbie like she's a real person. She's a fucking doll, for Christ's sake. What you need to do, you need to fucking make Big Dick Richie fucking Ken, all right? So that Barbie can have someone to cheat on Ken with, all right? That's what you need to fucking do, all right? Because I know you won't do that for fucking Ken, but you'll do it for Barbie. All right, so what the fuck? So she's like, that's not her ending. Okay, well, you know, it was good enough for fucking Ken. It's Ken's ending. That was the only ending he knew, was to fucking fall in love with Barbie and live happily ever after. That was his ending. You created that fucking doll. He had no other purpose. So what the fuck? Why can't that be good enough for Barbie? Okay? You know, maybe she should try it. Maybe Barbie should try Ken's ending, Ken's story. How about you just fucking fall in love with Ken and leave it at that? Okay, like I said, good enough for Ken. What can't it be good enough for Barbie? See what I mean? All right. So Barbie says, like, I'm not in love with Ken. I don't know what I really want or where I belong anymore. Well, you know what, Barbie, you brought back Barbie Land. Okay, so you could leave it. You know, you could just fucking leave it. You could just give it back to the Kens, or you could just fucking leave Barbie Land. What the fuck? You know, you don't know what you really fucking want. Well, who the fuck's supposed to know that? Who else would know that? Okay. The way I look at it, all the Barbies were fucking happy until you fucking showed up and told them that they needed to be unhappy. Okay? Once you did that, that's when all the fucking shit started. So what the fuck? You know? The Kens were more than happy to be unhappy and stay that way. They weren't going to do anything about it. It took Ken going to the real world before he had the guts to fucking try something different. Okay? So what the fuck? But the Barbies are always, they were fine. They were fine. You know, you're the one that convinced them that they were unhappy. All right. So Ruth shows up. Okay. She's like, I don't think I have an ending. That's what Barbie says. And then Ruth Handler shows up, played by Rhea Perlman. You remember her from Cheers. Okay. She's married to Danny DeVito in real life. Okay. She plays Ruth Handler, the woman that created Barbie. She shows up and she goes like, that was always the point. Because she's Jewish, old Jewish lady, you know. I created you. No, you didn't, Ruth. You didn't create, okay? You didn't create Barbie, okay? There was a guy named Reinhard Bethlen in Germany created Bill Lilly, a comic strip character, in 1955. And then in 1958, they decided to make a Bill Lilly doll, okay, which they did, which sold for adult women in Germany. And then Ruth Handler went on vacation in Germany in 1958 with her kids. She saw the Bill Lilly doll, and she bought two, one for herself and one for her fucking daughter, who was 15 at the time, Barbara. Okay, and then went back to America. She contacted the company that created Bill Lilly, and she asked, and she owned a fucking toy company herself, she asked if she could get a license to build an American version of the Bill Lilly doll. They gave her permission. So she created, with a guy named Jack Ryan, who worked at her company, they created the American version of the Bill Lilly doll, and they called it Barbie after her daughter Barbara. And it sold like fucking like hotcakes in 1959. Okay, it became the #1 doll for toy for little girls in the world. Okay, by 1964, Ruth Handler went to Germany and bought the complete rights to the fucking Bill Lilly brand. She bought it, she owns it now, and then she destroyed it so that she would not go into competition with herself. Okay, she did not fucking create Barbie. She appropriated it. She appropriated someone else's toy, and then she called it Barbie. Okay, that's what really fucking happened, but the movie ain't gonna fucking tell you that. Make it like she fucking shit about Barbie out of her ass or some shit. No, that's not what happened, all right? So anyway, she says, like, I created you so you wouldn't have an ending. She's like, and Bart's like, well, you're the woman, you're that old lady Ruth from the Mattel company. From Mattel company? I am Mattel. Okay, until the IRS got to me, but that's another movie. Yes, she says that in the movie. She says, I am Mattel until the IRS got to me, okay? No, she's part of Mattel. Okay, there's 3 people that created Mattel, okay? One of them was a guy named Harold Matson. Everybody called him Matt. Okay, and the other 2 people was Ruth Handler and her husband, Elliot Handler, okay? Now, Matt, M-A-T-T, and Elliot, E-L-L, Mattel. That's where they got Mattel from, okay? Ruth's husband mixed with their business partner, Matt, okay? Harold Matson, okay? Mixed it together, Mattel. That's where it came from. There's 3 of you that created Mattel. It wasn't just you, Ruth, okay? And Ruth says, like, I'm Ruth Handler, inventor of Barbie. No, you're not, like I just said. Like I said, you copied it, the Bill Lilly doll, okay? Okay, and everyone is shocked there. Okay, but the CEO there, Will Farrell, says like, she keeps the ghost of Ruth keeps an office on the 17th floor. Like he knew that already. Like that's not fucking weird or impossible or you know. And he's supposed to be from the real world. Oh, like he already knew. Oh yeah, she's always there. The 17th floor. Yeah, they got the ghost of Ruth Handler's always there. Really, okay. And that's supposed to be the real world. Okay. So Ruth says, like, what? You thought I looked like Barbie? I'm a 5-foot grandma with a double mastectomy and tax evasion issues. Okay. Well, actually, you pleaded no contest, Ruth. Okay, you were convicted. You were convicted for tax evasion. Okay. You were charged and convicted. You pleaded no contest. Right? So no. It's more than issues. Okay, you fucking did it. Okay, that's why they ousted you as the president after 30 years of being president of Mattel. They kicked you out because, because you were stealing from the company. All right. Okay. She blamed it on her breast cancer, though. Okay, she's like, nobody looks like Barbie except Barbie. Take a bow. Okay, really? Nobody looks like Barbie except maybe Margot Robbie, right? Okay. Well, Barbie says, I don't feel like Barbie anymore. Okay, and so Ruth decides to walk off together in private with Barbie, okay? And everyone just like waves at fucking Ruth Handler, this old lady, old Jewish lady, walking away, you know, with Barbie, with Margot Robbie Barbie, okay? And they're all waving like, in slow motion, like that, all right? And Ken is wearing a fucking Pride flag t-shirt now. I'm not making that up. He's wearing a Pride flag sweater, actually, sorry. He's wearing a Pride flag sweater, like there was ever any fucking doubt, okay? That says, I'm Ken enough. And not I'm enough, I'm Ken enough. Get it? All right, okay, and he says, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. He says it 3 times, then he kisses his fucking boyfriend. All right. So the next scene is they go off to some fucking empty space, like some empty place. There's nothing there. It's just Ruth and fucking Barbie there. And Barbie says, like, I'm not good at anything else. And Ruth says, you saved Barbie Land from the patriarchy? But that was a group effort. You helped that mother and daughter connect. Well, then they helped each other. You know, maybe we should call you a self-effacing Barbie. You know, because you're fucking feeling sorry for yourself. But maybe I'm not Barbie anymore. And Ruth says, like, you understand that humans only have one end, right? You get that, right? Ideas, however, live forever. Humans don't. Not so much. You know that, right, Barbie? Yes. Being human can be a pretty uncomfortable. So we make up things like patriarchy and Barbie just to deal with how uncomfortable it is. Whoa, now there's a meta thing right there. And I actually agree with it, what she's just said right here, okay? We invented things, we make things up like the patriarchy and Barbie. Okay, so what she's saying is that human beings, we invent stuff to help us handle the stuff that's too hard. Okay, so when things get really hard, okay, when we want to act out what we're going to do, when we don't know what to do, we use dolls to act it out for us. Okay, as a proxy for what we're going to do as a kid. What are we going to be like as a kid? We don't know. It's scary. So we use these dolls to kind of like show us what we're going to be when we get older, how we're going to act, you know, what we're going to do based on the knowledge that we have as a kid. That makes sense. Okay. But she also says we make up things like patriarchy. So patriarchy is made up. Okay. So in other words, when things are too hard, when things don't go our way, you know, when we keep struggling, it doesn't seem like we're getting anything back. What do? We make up a patriarchy to blame. Okay. So we blame the patriarchy. We blame men. For when life gets too hard, it's easier to blame men for everything than it is to accept responsibility. So we pretend that men don't have any problems, that men didn't have to earn shit, that everything they have because they were born with a cock. But we don't have the same privilege. Okay, so we have to, so if we don't get what we want, it's because we have a vagina. But if men get what they want, it's because they have a cock. And no other reason. You see what I mean? So we invent shit. And I thought that was very meta. And I wish they'd just done that movie, okay? Because that's the movie we need in 2023. We don't need this shit. Okay? We need a movie that fucking tells us the truth. Like, oh my God, yeah, it's easier to blame other people for your own fucking mistakes. It's a lot easier to blame other people. Okay, that way you don't have to take responsibility. And since when the fuck have the feminists ever accepted responsibility for their own fucking shit? They don't. That's what feminism is about. It's about blaming men for everything so that you don't have to fucking blame yourself. That's brilliant. That's fucking brilliant. But I don't want to sit there 2 hours of bullshit just to get a real fucking sentence. You know what I mean? But yeah, exactly. Well, why the fuck aren't women where they want to be? They want to be because of men. Get the fuck out of here. You know? We are not raised to believe that everything that we do, when things don't go our way, is because of women. We're not raised that way. Nobody raised us that way. There's no movies that tell us that. There is no movie that ever shows men suffering, and it's because of women. I mean, yeah, they do. We do suffer because of women all the fucking time. Okay, but we don't wake up in the morning blaming women for all of our problems. We weren't raised to think that. Nobody raised us to think that. Nobody thinks that. Okay, no guy out there going, oh, it's because of women. It's because of fucking women. You see what I mean? No, we don't. We don't. Okay? We don't. Okay, there's no movies that make that a very that make that a positive thing. Name one fucking movie or TV show in the past 15 years where the main character is a man and where he regularly blames women for all of his problems, for all the problems in his life, and all the other men are like, yeah, dude, high five, bro. And it's depicted as a positive thing. And the women on the show or the movie are like, yeah, I'm just a dumbass woman. Like that, okay? Name one. There isn't any. There isn't any. See what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. How can there be a patriarchy? If there was a patriarchy, we would have nothing but movies like this. And we don't. The only time you ever see a man act like a chauvinist, act like a sexist, is when he's the bad guy. And he always gets what's coming to him at the end, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Okay? So, like I said, give me one fucking example where the main character, the one you're supposed to empathize with, acts that way. They don't make Hollywood would never allow that TV show to get made. Not today. They would never allow that movie to get made. Why make a movie? How are you going to entertain women if they actually are responsible for their own actions? You can't do that. You see, it's like when a woman cheats on her husband. Okay? When a woman cheats on her husband, okay, it's the husband's fault. Because he wasn't good in bed. He wasn't satisfying her. He wasn't giving her attention. He was neglecting her. Hence, she had to cheat on him. She had to meet another guy. Okay? Because she wasn't getting her needs met. But when a man cheats on a woman, it's because he's a fucking piece of shit. He can't control himself. He can't keep it in his pants. You know, he's insecure. You see what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. That's the message that these movies and TV shows and music songs and all this kind of shit keep fucking inundating us with all the fucking time. Okay? So even when women fuck up, it's still the guy's fault. Come on, man. This has got to fucking change, man. You want to know why your fucking companies are going bankrupt? Why nobody's spending money on movies? It's because of shit like this. You know, I mean, at least Barbie, pointing it out. Oh my God, I'm surprised she said patriarchy is a made-up word. But it is a made-up word. Okay, there have been patriarchies in the past. And I will go so far as to admit that, yes, America was was a patriarchy in the past. Okay, but men had to shoulder all the responsibilities so that women didn't have to. It wasn't because we hated women. We thought less of them. It's because we had to fucking deal with a lot more shit than they had to, okay? They had to take care of the house and the kids. We're the ones that got fucking shot at and fight the wars and cut the fucking wood and defend the fucking family, okay? Come on. I'm not saying I'm not downplaying the contributions that women have made to society, okay? I'm not downplaying it at all. But I'm not going to downplay what men have done either. And this movie does. So that's going on here, you know. She explains patriarchy was made up, okay? And Barbie says, I understand that. And then Ruth says, like, well, good. And then you die. Okay? So we invent stuff like the patriarchy and Barbie dolls so that we can get through the hard times, okay? And Barbie's like, I understand. She goes, oh, good. Then you die. And Barbie says, yeah, but I want to be a part of the people that make meaning. Not the thing that is made. I want to do the imagining. I don't want to be the idea. Okay, so she wants to be human. Okay? She doesn't want to be the product of something. She doesn't want to be told what she is. She wants to decide what she is. That's not a Barbie doll. Barbies are told what they are by the little girls that play with them. And Ruth says, like, I knew Barbie would surprise me, but I never expected this. What the fuck did you expect? Barbie says, can you give me permission to become human? And Ruth's like, oh, you don't need my permission to do that. But you're the creator. Don't you control me? Good point. Oh, I can't control you any more than I can control my own daughter. I named you after her, Barbara. Well, she was 15 years old, okay, when you saw your first fucking Barbie doll, Ruth. So I don't think Barbara really was a little too old to be playing with Barbie. Okay. But Ruth says, I always hope for her like I hope for you. We mothers stand still so that our daughters can look back to see how far they've come. Okay, that's an anti-message, okay? You're saying, okay, the whole point of Barbie, this movie, not Barbie, but this movie, the point is that women have to keep going, okay? They have to keep going. They have to keep achieving. They have to keep striving for more power, more responsibility, more prestige, more everything. And now here's Ruth going like, hey, there comes a time where we just gotta stop and say, hey, I'm done moving forward, okay? If I keep moving forward, how the fuck is my daughter ever gonna see how far we've come? So I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stand still so that my daughter can move forward. See what I mean? That's an anti-feminist message there, okay? But it is a realistic one. So like I said, I don't know what the fuck this movie's trying to tell me, okay? Because everyone gets to that age where they decide, you know what? I think I'm good where I am right now. You know, I could use a few things, but you know, the rat race, I think I'm done with that. I think I want to experience life now. I've been busting my ass for all these years. I think I want to just experience the joys of life. Okay? I got kids now that are young and up and coming. Okay, it's their turn. It's their turn to go out there and push that line forward. See what I mean? Yeah, and that's a good thing. That's the way it should be. That's how life moves. Okay? That's exactly how life moves. Okay? But the movie's telling you, Barbie movie's telling you, no, you got to keep going. Keep going. Break that glass ceiling. Because behind that glass ceiling is another glass ceiling. And then another glass ceiling. You see what I mean? It never ends. Ruth here is telling you, no. There comes a time where you just say, okay, I've done enough. I want to enjoy what I got left of life. You see what I mean? Anyway. It's my kid's turn now. Okay, so Barbie says, like, so being human is just something I can decide to do? And Ruth says, I can't let you take this leap without you knowing what it means. So she holds hands with Barbie, okay? And Barbie closes her eyes, and we see, you know, and Ruth says, like, now feel. Okay? So we hear this fucking chick music, and we get this fucking, you know, she opens her eyes. We get this big fucking montage of fucking camcorders and fucking YouTube videos and TikTok videos and shit of women just being little girls and playing and doing stupid shit, you know. It's just your fucking, it's the goddamn Wonder Years opening all over again. All right, it's no fucking big deal. Okay, so montage, you know, home movies, that kind of shit. Okay, and then Ruth leaves Barbie alone. Okay, and then Barbie opens her eyes. She's like, yes. Yes to what? Okay, anyway. The next thing we have here is Barbie. Okay, Barbie is back in LA. Okay, she pulls up in a new Chevy. Okay, well, actually, she pulls up in Gloria's vehicle. Okay, Gloria's driving. Okay, she's got the Chevy SS EV, which is the brand, the 2024 version. Okay, which is the one that Chevy created to compete with Tesla. It's an electric car. Okay, that they made. All right. So yeah, so there's Gloria driving. Okay, and her bullshit beta male husband is sitting in the fucking passenger seat. Okay, and then Sasha, her Antifa daughter, sitting in the back with Barbie. Okay. So they drive over, they pull up in front of some fucking building. We don't know what the building is yet, all right? And then we hear Helen Mirren's fucking narrating again, okay? And they pull up in the Chevy, whatever, blah, blah. Like I said, Gloria's driving. And then her dork husband says, estoy, because he's white, okay? And by the way, that is America Ferrera's real life husband too. I just found that out. Yeah, this bullshit beta male. Yeah. Who doesn't do shit in the whole fucking movie except try to learn Spanish. and he's white, so of course he speaks Spanish. Fucking, estoy muy grosso de tuy. You know, he says it like that, you fucking dumbass. And then Gloria says, estoy muy agradecido de ti, which is how you say it. Okay, but for those of you who don't speak Spanish, okay, it means I'm very proud of you. All right, so now you know, because I'm Mexican. All right, so the dork husband says, si su puede. And then Gloria says, like, that's a political statement. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. Okay. It was adopted by Cesar Chavez, okay? That's the other movie you were in, America Ferrera. Remember? You played Cesar Chavez's fucking wife in that movie? I saw that movie too, okay? Well, guess what, motherfucker? My mother knew Cesar Chavez, okay? My mom protested with Cesar Chavez, okay? Si su puede just means yes, you can, okay? That's all it means, is yes, you can. Anybody can say that. It's not a political statement. Okay, they said it over and over again because that's when they went on their fast, their 25-day fast in Phoenix, Arizona, because they were fighting for the rights of the migrant workers. Okay, you see, my mom, when she was a little girl, okay, and my grandparents, okay, they used to have to pick cotton, okay, or they used to have to pick grapes and shit. All right, and the planes will spray pesticides over them, okay, which are poisonous, no fucking shit. So they were protesting against that. Hey, you can't fucking have us work in these unsafe conditions, okay? That's what it was all about. That's what Cesar Chavez was all about. Cesar Chavez, okay? Yeah, my mom was a part of his movement. Yeah, absolutely. So I know a little bit about Cesar Chavez, all right? So anyway, in America Ferrera wasn't a movie about Cesar Chavez. She played his wife, okay? I saw it a long time ago, but nobody went to go see it, okay? Why? Because it's Mexican. Nobody gives a shit about us, all right? We're good enough to clean your toilets and to cook your fucking tacos, but you ain't gonna make a movie about us, okay? No, not at all. Anyway, but you'll make fucking 16 movies about fucking Tupac, though, won't you? All right, so anyway, so it was adopted by Cesar Chavez's United Farm Workers for his 25-day fast in Phoenix, Arizona. It was a rallying cry for U.S. immigration reform. Okay, protest is what it was, all right? Okay, so then Barbie enters the building, okay, in her normal clothes. She's not dressed like a Barbie doll anymore, okay? She presents herself to the receptionist as Barbara Handler. Barbara Handler, okay? Not Barbara Moscow, because that is Ruth Handler's maiden name, Moscow. Handler is her husband's name, Elliot Handler, okay? But she takes, yeah, but we don't see him or talk about him. He doesn't fucking mean shit in this fucking movie. Why? Even though he was the co-founder of Mattel as well. Why? Because he's a man. Just like Harold Matson doesn't mean shit in this fucking movie. Why? Because he's a man. That's why. All right, yeah, so it's Barbara Handler, not Barbara Moscow. Okay, and she's happier than a pig in shit to tell the receptionist that she's here to book an appointment for her gynecologist. Ah! She got a pussy now. And that's the end of the fucking movie, thank fucking God. It was a 2-hour gay joke. It really was. I mean, you know those girls, those unattractive girls that hang out with gay guys all the time, the fag hags, okay? Yeah, that's what this movie was, okay? But, you know, it wanted little girls to watch the movie. But most of the commentary in this movie, most of the dialogue, okay, the themes are all for adult women that only adult women, or adults in general, can understand, okay? Like I said, I was probably the only straight guy in the whole fucking theater when I went to go see this. Okay, there might have been a couple other dads in the theater. I don't know. It wasn't that packed. Although they did make a lot of money through repeat viewers, but those are just women that went to go see it again and again and again. Okay, but yeah, I mean, not much for me other than, you know, just the whole fucking girl power thing. But then it confuses itself. It contradicts itself too, and says like, well, you know, the men were also mistreated. What? You can't say that in a girl power movie. Okay, you can't have the men be heroic. Okay, you can't have them good and compassionate, you know, and strong and courageous. You can't have that in a girl movie, okay? Just like you can't have weak girls in a girl movie, okay? There are no weak women in the Barbie movie, okay? Not at all, all right? Okay, because all the women are strong, powerful, independent, okay? The only weak woman here is Gloria, and she's strong, powerful, independent. She just complains more. That's the only difference, you know? The strongest Barbie in the whole fucking movie is the Ken Barbie. The Barbie with a cock is the strongest Barbie in the whole fucking movie, you know? So what the fuck, you know? This is more fucking bullshit. Anyway, I never want to talk about Barbie again. Okay, so the next movie I'm going to review, I'm not sure what it is yet, but I think it's probably going to be Boomerang by Eddie Murphy. I think because that's a movie I enjoy and I haven't seen in a long time. If I'm going to review a movie, now I want to review a movie that I actually fucking know is good. Okay, so the next movie I'm going to review, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Boomerang from 1992 with Eddie Murphy and Halle Berry and Robin Givens and a whole bunch of other fucking people were in it. Chris Rock was in it, you know. It's a great fucking movie, all right? So that's the one we're going to see next time, all right? So thank you very much for watching my Barbie review. I'll see you soon on the next one. Bye.